Halo. Udah lama nih nggak main ini nih. Anjing. Gak tau masih ingat gak gue?
Did you see that? Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Anjing lu di sini aja mau nambahan nabi gue sih tahi, cok. Lu beliin gue game aja dah. Mas. Ini kayaknya lu kapan mau mabar sama gua, anjing?
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are three. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a caching at her gates and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of
Itu
Northwich.
bentaran
Just by the
doang
wind
sih
up
ya lo,
Isabel
Jesa.
and Erlong.
Wah, ini.
Don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
Gua mau ini, guys.
When it rains.
Capek gua habis push rank.
Fucking pause. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the
Capek
Dominion.
push rank gua.
And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make
Tanding
any
juara
real
tadi
difference.
bagus lah. Lu nggak lihat nih baju apa nih?
There's only two people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
Double ya suaranya. Suaranya double ya? Gak lama sih gua.
Clive.
Oh iya, double suaranya.
You off then?
Kenapa nih bisa double? Wait,
What are you doing? Here you go. Always something in there.
Lihat lu story lu, gue pengen jadi nasi goreng apaan? Nasi goreng apa tuh? Bentar.
Still alive, are ya?
Gue lupa bangke barang gua sampai mana, saking kemarin-kemarin kagak gue mainin.
You'll not find a better price than that.
Masa sih kayak suara robot?
Finished, are ya?
Oh iya, ada suara ini. Lah, hitam. Elgato gua nih kayaknya. Elgato. Mau restart Elgato dulu deh. Olahraga malam. Besok gue badminton. Tapi punggung bawah gue sakit. Anjir, gue lagi doyan push rank loh guys. Sampai lupa bikin konten. Lagi asik tabrak-tabrak pro player. Tadi ketemu warpat gue. Nge-push.
Seems the hideaway has lost its appetite.
Gue ketemu warpat tadi. Banyak nih questnya. Belum baru Hanabi, gue belum ngulik Hanabi sumpah sampai detik ini. Lu season sekarang lu pakai Hanabi sih ditai-taiin sumpah. Nggak ada harga dirinya Hanabi mah. Berarti gue mau pakai yang angin gak ya? Mau pakai yang Bahamut gak ya? Wah. Gue belum cek Bahamut guys. Gak terlalu gimana sih Bahamut. Ini sakit sih. Kayaknya buat staggerin orang doang. Enggak deh. Side quest atau main quest? Gue main quest. Side quest gue udah selesai semua. Paling sisa hunting board gue. Kalau hunting boardnya ada yang S mau deh gue. Kalau yang A kayaknya rada mager sih. Lu udah tahu cerita FF15 belum? Final Fantasy ini lu kan katanya suka banget game-game begini. Lu udah tamat belum? Lu udah nonton orang belum? Tamatin ya. Hunting board gue coba cek. Nah, ada yang baru. Wih, ada nih. Guys, ini boleh sih. Bentar ya. Bentar. Nah, boleh sih ini. Bentar, cek dulu lokasinya di mana. Coba cek dulu bentar ya. Ada 3 sih. Kelarin 3-3-nya mau nggak? Sekalian lah. By the way tadi gue makan nasi biryani dari orang Turki asli. Biasa aja ya ternyata ya. Gue butuh lokasinya. Kelarin ya. Belum nonton. Bingung dong lu kalau nonton gua mah. Gua udah kayak 70% gamenya. Bangke, bentar guys. Kasih gua lokasi dari teleportnya dong. Masa gua ini pas beres. Kasih gue lokasi. Lagi gila main remake Harvest Moon. Di mana lu main? Main di mana lu? Kalian pasti kaget anjir ini lawan apa? Ini gue lah udah lama gak main, gue lupa pencetannya anjir. Sumpah, pada kaget sih ini lawannya. Gue pas ngeliatnya aja gue udah males anjir, ini gimana ya?
No mistakes.
Gue udah lama gak main, lupa pencetannya. Oh di Steam, gue kira di Nintendo. Kalau game-game kayak gitu gue lebih suka main di Nintendo, game chill gitu. Chill santai gitu kan. Main di Nintendo tuh paling enak lah rasanya. Nge-chill. Udah guys, ini gue gak tahu sih gue bisa menang gak ya lawan ginian. Kalian lihat nih. Bentar lagi muncul apa sih? Itu apaan deh? Apa tuh? Bentar guys ya, ini F2 ganti. Iya. F2 kan ganti. Terus ngedots pencet apa ya waktu itu? F1 ngedots, iya. Ini kombonya ini, iya. Anjing gue lupa semua bangke. Udah kabarin Mas Subasa gue. Wah, gue lupa pencetannya, bisa menang gak ya gue? Pada halo Babang Naga. Kenapa ada Matalos anjir di game ini? Ini Ratalos, cok, fix. Bangsat level 50. Bang.
Isn't to be trifled with.
Anjing. Gak nyantai banget, cok. Gak nyantai banget. Sat. Sakit banget bangsat. Satu hit. Wih, yang bener aja sakit banget bangsat ya. Lu ngapain anjing? Bangsat. Apa itu anjing? Apa lagi? Kok gue bilang banyak darah sih. Snap, apa itu? Kena anjing. Apalagi naga joget, cok, nama skillnya. Lu ngapain? Oh, cuma tembak. Biji, oh, kenapa ada begituan? Wih. Astaga. Untung gak tahu. Jangan lari-lari kayak gitulah, nggak kena, cok. Sumpah susah banget kenainnya. Ngapain? Itu apaan? Bang, santai dikit bang. Bang, santai dikit dong. Ini bobo ente sih, sumpah. Malah. Astaga, Jil, lu at least bantu gua lah, cok, jangan cuma pajang muka situ. Susah banget anjir dia terbang-terbang. Oh, mau habis lagi. Suka-suka kau lah, sakit banget bangke. Wah, tunggu. Bentar. Gue kan punya sesuatu ya, gue baru inget. Sini. Mau part 2 kita. Apa? Sakitnya lagi. Gak kena lagi. Apalagi skill apalagi itu. Mak. Stop. Anjing pindah server gocok. Kenain naga. Gue pindah server lagi. Udah lah, jangan tebang-tebang, capek lo ngejarnya. Apalagi ini. Kenapa lu bangke yang itu? Stagger dong, please, gue sumpahin stagger. Naga tahi, tunggu dulu ya, gue balikin mekanik dulu. Ronde 2 pasti menang gua. Round 2 menang gua guys, lawan ini naga tai kucing ini. Bentar, cek item. Ini kayaknya item gua. Anjir elixirnya. Bentar. Restock dulu. Enggak fair, cok. Curang anjing dia. Mentang-mentang gue belum balikin mekanik, guys. Gue udah lama kagak main ini game. Mekanik dots gue jadi kurang. Bentar, restock dulu.
It's a dangerous world out there.
Astaga, mahal banget. Tenang. Tajir gue mah. Gila, nggak tahu kali manusia tukang grinding. Tajir bos. Apa ini? Last elixir. Beli guys. Beli. Sini kok. Round 2 kita. Round 2. Sini. Come here you. Round 2 dulu guys. Oh, oke, ada cara agak curang sih. Bentar guys, oke, ada ide. Biar gua nggak capek-capek harus balik. Ini level 37 lawan level 50, kampret, adil banget.
Time to fight.
Sini. Ronde 2. Malam cisnat. Sabar ya, ini ronde 2 kita lawan naga tai kucing ini. Nah, tuh dia tuh. Bayangannya udah kelihatan sih. Ntar, pas di sini guys ya, pas di sini ke sistem. Save dulu biar gak jauh guys. Males anjir harus bolak-balik. Save dulu. Biar gue gak usah bolak-balik. Tenang. Gue gak tahu Lutfi. Gue main Monster Hunter naga-naga begini mah udah gue penggal berapa banyak mah. Turun dulu. Santai dikit. Wait. Nggak bisa bos. Tidak akan 2 kali. Bagus dong. Untung gue lagi terbang. Astaga. Kena mulu, kenapa sih? Jangan kena, gue mohon, jangan kena. Kok kena?
I failed.
Bentar. Sini, ganti skill, ganti taktik guys, ganti taktik dulu. Rese dia tebang-tebang mah. Sabar. Tunggu, santai kok, santai. Menang gua biar kok level 50 mah. Susah amat mau ngedodge-nya. Aduh anjing, salah mulu gua. Jangan di sini dong, nggak kelihatan mas. Masih kena astaga. Gua kena apaan sih? Udah habis anjir, yang bener aja. Ya, kentut cok. Gue mau ngelak berapa kali sih itu? Jatuh, bisa jatuh. Gak rasa kan kayak gitu. Cowok disiksa gue bangke sama ini naga.
Over here! Go for it! Get him!
Astaga, skill ini lag. Tolong gua lah. Capek gua banget dot skill lu yang ini. Naga tai satu ini sumpah. Bentar ya kau ya. Udahlah. Gue diejam-ejam cok sama naga ini. Bang, udah bang. Bang, udah bang. Tarik jatuh. Hup. Gak bisa lihat. Ya kali kok masih nggak mati. Oke, mau Tiger sekali lagi sih. Apalagi last den. Astaga, Woi, gue capek dodge dulu, cok, sumpah. Anjir, gak kena damage ya? Ngapain lagi? Astaga. Udahlah, lari dulu. Mati. Biji oh. Bang. Nyantai dikit dong, Bang. Gue main di udara aja lah, guys. Takut lu di bawah. Bang, stagger dong, dikit lagi lo. Untung dia stagger, cok. Gak ada skill gue bangkit. Gak ada skill. Mati. Naga tai kucing. Akhirnya mati. Ini 25.000 guys experience-nya. Naga jahanam anjir. Ori kalung gua. Anjir.
Definitely not to
EZ.
be trifled with.
Oke lah. EZ banget guys, first try aja gue menang, Cok. Sekali coba doang. Gue kira bakal susah ya. Gue lama gak main padahal. Gak ada barang. Gak ada barang ya. Gak ada barang kah? Balik lu. Wih, sebentar guys. Restock dulu. Abis barang gua. Gue lawan apa ya? 30 menit. Gue lama gak main, diwajarin dikit lah. Lama gak main lo. Lupa cara ngedot, timingnya jelek.
If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here.
Habis semua bangke. F15 gue udah taman.
What do I owe the honor? So, will it be?
Wih, ada pedang lebih bagus nih. Tadi cuma nambah 2. Excalibur atau ini?
No scratches, right? Anything else?
Dengan dispel dulu guys. Beda dikit doang sih. Tapi lebih keren ini ya bentuknya. Pakai gini aja deh. Nggak ada efek apa-apa juga. Mau bounty lagi nggak? Masih ada 2 sih bounty-nya. Harusnya nggak. Yang paling susah udah lewat sih. Harusnya nggak. Harusnya sisanya gampang ya. Loh, kok nggak ada? Ini aja deh coba. Satu lagi nggak tahu di mana deh. Belum kebuka gue kayaknya. Masih di atas awan dia, cok. Ya sama, sekali juara pasti juaranya beruntun, guys. Soalnya jedanya juga nggak lama kan.
You deserve a rest.
$13.000 lumayan lah balik modal, guys. Tadi elixir gue banyak dipakai. Sakit juga. Males gendut lu. Gampang lah yang ini. Dah main quest yuk. Lumayan loh 5.000. Gas main quest. Ujungnya ternyata gue lawan Odin kan langsung. Wih, kenapa cok ini?
Fucking leaving. If you're wondering why Dalamil's in such a sorry state, you can blame the bandits.
Kenapa ini?
Sid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Masih untung gue
Any
datang
idea where they
kampret.
went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalamil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Banyak nih quest.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
Kenapa nih dua cewek?
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way.
Kenapa
We
nih?
hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you.
Siapa nih Victor?
Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Tapi gue nggak suka gerakan NPC-nya anjir, sumpah. Kayak
Victor.
game murahan.
What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
Kena bandit. Kok diem? Menikmati gamenya ini namanya.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder,
Apa ya? Gue lupa
that
kompres
anger
tangan gue
and
lagi.
fear could set the entire town alight.
Kenapa ya barang tuh kalau pas
My thoughts
dibutuhkan
exactly.
hilang anjir, sekali nggak dipakai kelihatan mulu di depan
Both
mata
sides
gue.
wish to protect their homes and livelihoods. If only
Gua
they
ya
could
nyari
agree on
barang
how.
itu, barangnya kagak
As long
nemu-nemu
as they are
anjir.
divided,
Kompres
we are
tangan.
vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Iya kan
Well,
kalau udah hilang baru dicari.
If it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before
Gue jarang ikut
presenting them
kompetitif.
with a
Lagi udah
third
nggak ikutin
option.
kompetitifnya.
And
Anjir,
that would be?
ini gue kurang
To
tahu.
pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Gue tiba-tiba sakit lagi.
Your faces are not well known in this town.
Terus FF
That
giveaway
may
gue
prove useful.
rencananya. Masuk basah.
Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along.
What he means to say is yes.
Oh sakit nggak bisa badminton nunggu besok.
Picture it, Conrad.
Halo Ricci.
Here she is.
Gue
The
nggak
lady
ngerti
of the
ceritanya, gue lagi
spear
nonton ulangan
herself.
tadi.
Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
Kayaknya lagi bohong.
As
deh.
I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canberra to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 score swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamul's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I
Jadi
can't believe
pelopok
that
kah?
actually worked.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
I'm ruined. My shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy some.
Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Namanya diubah.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably
Kalau dari
are.
segi gameplay,
And while I
Dia lebih suka
applaud your
15.
endeavors to dissuade our more
Tapi kalau untuk
bellicose
grafik dan
citizens from
enggak sih.
seeking
Kalau untuk
vengeance, I
fighting
think
scene-nya
Conrad
ini
is
lebih asik
not
sih.
wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return.
Combo-kombonya.
Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike. She saw
Assassin's
right
Creed paling
through
gue
it.
suka Valhalla.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired
Valhalla the
effect.
best sih.
Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
Valhalla DLC-nya aja gue belum main. Horizon juga belum gue mainin.
Not convinced our
DLC-nya,
roles
ada
in this
DLC.
ruse were entirely necessary.
It appears I have no choice.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Gue aja udah lupa Horizon mainnya gimana. Yes,
Mummy,
yes.
I'm scared.
Good news, Sid.
Nah, nanti kalau iseng gue
Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles.
Paling kalian
With
bingung
time,
ini game
they may
apa.
even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalamil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalamil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
Protect the North Gain from bandit. Easy lah. Z.
The women vodka come to.
Tawa. Nggak tahu gue baru bantai naga. Tawa
I'll
aja
take
lo,
that
mah.
one.
These are all yours.
Tahu kan gue sebut dia.
They mean to overwhelm us.
Jensen males pop up. Bukan pop up rasanya gatel gue. Masih kesulitan. Lucu bukunya, iya cok. Tapi sakit anjir. Itu Sultan, namanya yang Sultan itu tadi.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
Gue gak suka gerakan NPC.
I don't hear any fighting.
Wah,
What do you think?
That we should hurry.
kalau bandingin sama GTA gitu ya, kayak nggak real banget anjir gerakannya. Ya masih mending GOW deh kalau untuk masalah fighting scene. Kenapa lagi nih?
Natalie, I owe you an apology.
Loh,
You
kok jadi
did well out
maaf-maafan?
there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Alamil.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our
Iya,
gate.
ini summonnya keren-keren.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act. I'll take that as a compliment.
Kelar deh. Lanjut. Ini yang di Martares kenapa ini?
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Kashik. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're
Dibantai
sorely
anteknya
outnumbered.
Ultima.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight?
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Do you think there were as many as Martha says?
Gua habis stok dulu deh. Stok gua habis.
What are you after? There you go. Thanks very much.
Ada yang mati, guys.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Clive, wounded.
Anjir nih Akasik nih.
We deal with the Akashic first.
Hese nih. lagi ada ulti. Level gue ketinggian atau apa sih? Gara-gara sering farming.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he?
Oh ada si Wade. Ingat gak lu sama Wade?
Take your wounded back to the inn.
Yang nolongin si
Martha
Joshua
will
pas
see you're
kecil.
looked after. We'll join you anon.
Wade. Waduh.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell, the Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Damn it all.
Oh tenang, ada gua.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
Don't worry.
My brothers.
Mad dogs.
Anjir. Luka-luka semua.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rosfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Damn it!
Di FF15
We need
itu
to get the
pura-pura
injured to
tai
safety.
gitu.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty. Over here! This one.
summonnya. Tunggu main quest biasa. Gak bisa summon seenak jidat yang FF16. Ini si Clive kan Ifrit.
Is anyone hurt?
Tuh yang cewek itu Siva.
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames.
Tapi kalau ada
It's just a
fighting
pity I keep
scene
walking
yang gitu
into
sih
them.
keren banget.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for
Bahamut
Eastpool.
keren sih.
You'll need to move the injured without us.
Bahamut
Don't
versus
you worry
Ifrit.
about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good
Lu
luck.
kalau lihat momen dia fighting scene yang itunya mah, itu yang keren. Fighting bagian ini, bagian main story-nya kalau udah berubah.
Just patch me up as
Anjir goblin. Ini rame amat.
headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Gak ada ulti sih. Anjir pada kasih Tokobo cok. Tokobonya aja jadi ini. Pakai ranteknya ultima. Loh, udah.
Something's coming.
Anjir, ini si mata satu ini. Gue pernah di one hit
Apologies, my
kampret.
lord. Did I miss anything?
Dia belum
Only
pernah
the
main.
first round, Sir Wade. Shall we? This one.
Bam. Gadget mas sekarang. Kalau dulu aja anjir gue di one hit sama ini. Ya mati. Iya lah. Mati. Bentuk.
You're finished.
Easy guys ya. Kita paling susah naga tai kucing tadi sih. Naga tadi sih sakit banget.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
Kimo bajak gue main.
did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
Dapat barang ini.
My
Pajangan.
lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet.
Siapa tuh?
Oscar, over here.
Oscar.
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Lah.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew. Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him. Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar. But I'm a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other Guardians are... I mean to say that, they're... It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
Udah deh. Wah, yang ini nih. Northridge nih ada apa nih?
First we find Isabel.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts from the...
I saw it with my own eyes.
I can't do it. I can't.
My lord. Milady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Akashic, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Apa maksudnya nih?
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
disuruh ke garrison.
4 left for more on the captain's orders.
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives! Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs. What we need to consider is where the creatures came from. The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
Speak with the wounded.
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
But my family... They're still in the capital.
It's all right. Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now.
What?
We should head for more.
Jauh amat.
The 2 soldiers were carrying another.
Ambrosia won't
It was all
help
they
you
could
here.
do to escape. They just left the bodies there in the flood.
Oh, bobonya nggak enak nih.
Clive, look.
I see them. With me.
Oke, mantap. Lagi.
Save your strength. All yours, Torgal.
Lama. Spek-speknya. Banyak amat. Pas mati.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
Antek-anteknya Ultima.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and
Cie naksir.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Gas. Gila, gue story-nya masih lama banget dong. Kayak nggak selesai-selesai gue story-nya kayaknya.
wasn't expecting you back. You earned this. Here you are. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Upgrade apa ya? Banyak banget gua. Ini keren sih. Terus damage-nya sakit banget lagi. Cuma gua harus pakai ini kalau mau. Bingung gua. Ya jadi.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Talia says your brother's awake.
Si Joshua udah bangun. Joshua. Anjir si Bahamut belum bangun.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Pas banget momennya.
Well, what's the short of it?
Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
Kayaknya udah mau tamat dia.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
Ini ada quest banyak lagi. Kayaknya main quest aja lah ya, gue udah kayak kepepet waktu anjir. Gue main quest dulu lah ya. Gak tamat-tamat cok. Gue gak bisa fokus konten anjir. Akhirnya jalan sama Joshua.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Yote
is a fine scout. If Candle was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Yeah! We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it, the echoes have a will of their own.
Yes, lewatin. Spinya kecil juga. Gak ada rasa mah gue mukulin yang ginian.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Tadi penggal juga sesuai nih kayaknya. Masa gue dikatain? Aduh, kayaknya gue nggak side quest dulu lah ya guys ya. Gue kejar story deh. Nggak selesai gue.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to be careful. We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
I can walk from here. Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Low.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Anjay, yang penting buat si Joshua nih, si Yote.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloeda knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them? Yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
Odin. Barnabas Odin.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Apa tuh?
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king, he has come to save us from the Akashic.
Kayak iblis anjir matanya.
He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Itu yang tadi gua lawan yang biru-biru
Your
gitu.
ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough.
Jangan. Anjir, sekali tebas doang. Mati semua tuh.
Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation.
Anjir.
The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you. So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
Oh, gambar ini.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, your grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Gue cek makanan bentar deh.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Jauh banget.
No use calling Ambrosia now.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yote is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill. Charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of his grace, Joshua Rosfield, keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix.
Undying tuh udah kayak Budi Konoha anjir.
Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see. You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you, if there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
The free cities and...
No use calling Ambrosia now. Ready, girl?
Faster!
Gimana kau datang?
Then let us be rid of them.
Bodoh amat. Skip.
Enough of you, are there?
Skip dulu.
Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
Apa nih kotanya nih? Loh, kotanya kena asap.
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Yang kotanya rusak.
Sounds like thunder.
Ada passwordnya anjir.
You're late. I was starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come. Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Hey?
Kayak buaya darat bangsat si Joshua.
My boy.
Uncle Byron.
It's really you. I never thought I'd see the day.
Cie, reunian.
So these Akashic are being controlled?
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in the city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the Merchants' District to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the Merchants' District, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the Mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
Disuruh nolong orang penduduknya dulu.
Right, Torgal.
Selamat.
Let's find those survivors. They don't stand a chance against those things.
Tenang, superhero sudah datang. Anjir level 20. Anjas, 2 kali sekarang. Superhero is here.
They're wearing Waluda armor.
spoiler. Jadi cari tahu sendiri. Halo mas. Iya. Oh ya udah titip aja mas, nggak apa-apa. Iya ya, makasih. Yuk. Lumayan XP-nya tinggi-tinggi di sini. Lumayan, cok. Buat upgrade ntar.
That's something big. Joshua and Jill must be busy.
Harusnya mati semua sih. Tunggu di belakang ya.
This is the Agora, where the city's leaders gather. There may still be survivors inside. Where are they? These creatures. Does Ultima's rage extend this far? What the hell is going on here?
All yours, Torvald.
Banyak amat.
What does he want?
Males nih ngasih shield.
Over here.
Pas amat level up.
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
Anjir orang ini.
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced.
Oke.
You were in my family's
Barnabas.
crypt.
And now you're here, with an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit one's unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
What?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
Oh, dibantai semuanya.
I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled. I am Sleipnir of House Harvard, and you will yield. Or no.
Lagi, guys.
As long as you don't hold back.
Ya, bilang kemana dia? Wih, jangan gitu mainnya. Sakit nih Udi. Sekali lagi. Mana dia?
Not trick.
Fuck. You will forgive me if my performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir. Watch closely, Muthos.
Tombak dia.
Yes! Yes!
Lagi bisa nembak Kamehameha dia.
Actually, I wouldn't.
Ngapain lu? Gue baru sadar ini gue berubah. Itu si Tonggal kalah. Makin amat. Gantian bang. Bukan mekanik gua kayaknya ini. Punya box. Hilang mulu. EZ Mohon Barnabasnya.
The vessel is strong. My liege.
Iya, bisu sayang naga.
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Nothing. I hope.
Loh. Anjay,
Leaving
Barnabas.
so soon, Mythos?
Ketemu juga.
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Walud.
Get back.
Kuat apa Barnabas? Odin. Si Odin. Anjir. Jago amat Odinnya.
Wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Itu dimain-mainin.
Stop calling me Muthos.
But Muthos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing.
No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
Anjir, keluar juga pedangnya.
Try it.
Anjir. Kayak nggak berdaya gitu sih Clive.
As all the rest.
Joshua!
Jadi siswa sijil.
Oi! Oi! This way! Hurry!
Tolong kalian bawain pedangnya dong.
Power beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Kuat banget. Jangan bilang jilnya mati dong. Jangan bilang jilnya mati, Cok.
Will he be all right?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. All right?
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gale into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You lot mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake. My boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Oh, anaknya Sid toh.
Sounds like him.
Meet Sid.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. Behind here, I wouldn't sail without him.
Gilnya mana?
Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
Kau dia tahu?
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
Ini tangkap Barnabas kayaknya.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But do you have an idea?
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose he might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself.
Ya jujur ngomong sama Otto lagi.
Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
Cole said it was an army of Acacia.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are...
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me.
They're all right. But it's a long story.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you?
Bahasa apa?
Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be...
Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been Mid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking. What do we have here? Oh.
Sid's pipes.
Ini tuh yang hasut.
Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
Lupa gua. Slipnya yang mana?
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. Huh. What's this tucked inside it? Sid's best invention.
Oh iya betul. Iya.
That sounds promising.
Aku malah nggak kebaca lagi tadi.
Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. What would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
Mungkin ya. Guys, gue udahan dulu ya. Gue mau makan lalu gue tidur lah. Capek gue. Thank you semuanya. Off dulu. Off dulu ya. Bye bye.